Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me Morphsuit America, and in this video I'll be talking about Overlord Ban. Just like my Transcendent Ally review videos, I'll be going over his abilities, talk about what he's good in, and show you guys his animations. Now, when it comes to these Overlord videos, I will be doing them as soon as possible because, one, they're still brand new over the Korean Dragon Blades, or slightly new to the Korean Dragon Blades, and I need to make sure that if I do these review videos, I'm up to date. Now, when it comes to the Transcended Ally review videos, I will continue doing them. However, there's not going to be a lot of information for them. I'll still talk about what these allies are good in. Just know that when it comes to the pre-era or the pre-abilities before Chapter 5 and after Chapter 5, that will be non-existent due to the fact that once Global hits Chapter 5, there's no point of me talking about the old abilities that we will never ever receive or see ever again. So with that being said, when it comes to Overlord units, I already talked about them during their release. You can find links to specific videos in the description below talking about the basics of the Overlord characters, or how to get an Overlord and all that good shabazz. Now when it comes to my playlist, I made a specific playlist on stuff that a beginner player should do for both the global and the Korean Dragon Blades. I'm going to add more videos into that playlist, so just give it some time. Anyways, enough of this chit-chatting, let's get started and let me talk about Overlord Ban.
Alright, so Overlord Ban is a warrior and a tank. His damage is physical base and melee base. When it comes to his little gauge that's above his head, he can have 4 slashes. When it comes to Ban's normal attack, it is a single damage physical melee. It will deal damage to one enemy and reduces its defense by 17% for 6.8 seconds. Note that on the Korean tier list, it does not state the weapon effects or the cards that you should aim for. Most likely for weapon effects, I'm going to lean on damage over time and cooldown reductions. Ban's first active skill is a single damage physical melee. This deals 3,124% damage to one enemy, removes all buffs, and reduces its defense by 45% for 13.6 seconds, and the cooldown for this is 11.8 seconds. Ban's second active ability is an AoE damage physical melee, and this deals 1,820% damage to all enemies and stuns them for 10.3 seconds. Stunned enemies receives 88% more damage. Cooldown for this is 16.6 seconds. And lastly, Ban's third active skill is a counter damage physical, melee, and channeling. For 9 seconds, taunts all enemies and counterattacks to the next 4 incoming attacks. When counterattacking, deals 2,180% damage, 100% accuracy, and removes all buffs. During this state, he is immune to all status effects and cannot use his other 2 active skills in normal attacks. The stance is removed after his 4th counterattack. Cooldown for this is 21.1 seconds. Ban's first passive skill is a party buff. Increases party main stat by 120%, stamina by 144%. Also increases self-physical damage by 85%. Ban's second passive skill is an AoE debuff. Increases all enemies' incoming damage by 65% and decreases their attack by 22%. And lastly, Ban's third passive skill is a single damage and physical melee. Each counterattack from active 3 will gain himself 1 slash. When slash gauge is full, consumes all slashes to deal damage equal to 80% of his max HP. If the target is killed by this skill, it cannot be revived. Deals additional 3,630% damage of this skill to boss type units. and his max skill deals additional 1,836% damage when hitting enemies and 570% damage per buff. Hit enemies will be silenced and receive additional 83% more physical damage for 9.5 seconds. Alright, so the game modes that Band is very handy for would be mostly, well, he's good for both PvP and PvE. However, I feel like he shines really well in PvP modes like Arena, Tag Match, Guild Battle. And when it comes to the PvE modes I mentioned, or he's alright in, I would say Revenge of Belphegor, Erebos, Cerberus, Hydra, Chariot, Guild Adventure, and maybe Guild Siege. Now when it comes to Golem, it doesn't look like he's that great in it, but you know, he's an Overlord unit, so he can do a fair amount of damage and he can do a bit better than most Transcended allies. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it when it comes to this video. Before I end this video, or before I end this video, let me state this. Even though I didn't give you guys a good rundown of what cards you can use on Ban, like maybe a boss card or like very varying damage or something, you may want to go to the Dragon Blaze Discord and ask fellow Dragon Blaze players, hey, what's a good triple U card for Ban? Even though the Korean tier list does not have that information yet, you can take the chance and opportunity to talk to fellow other Dragon Blaze players and maybe become friends with them or get a better idea of what this ally can be used in. But pretty much that's it when it comes to this video, so thank you guys for watching. If you guys made Ban during his release, or if you want to add on to what I stated, or if you want to point out some other modes he's good in, or if you want to give me your comments or opinions about his design, go ahead and put that down in the comments below. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around. Peace!